solubility term. So solubility is actually the maximum amount of solute that can be dissolved in a solvent. That is called the solubility of a given solvent. So here the maximum amount of solute that can be dissolved in given solvent is called its solubility. So solubility of a gas, solubility of gas, I am talking about the solubility of gas, can be measured by two methods. So here solubility of a gas is measured in two factors. The first is mole fraction and the second is absorption coefficient, as absorption coefficient. Now the mole fraction is represented by X. So X, we are talking about the gas. So it is gas, G stands for the gas. So X gas is equal to moles of gas upon total moles of gas plus moles of solvent. Right? Solvent may be any, whether it may be gas, it may be liquid, it may be anyone. So here, so moles of gas upon moles of gas plus moles of solvent, total moles of the solution. So moles, if moles of gas is very less than moles of solvent, or we can say the gas is very less than solvent. If moles of gas is very less than moles of solvent, then it may be neglected. So here X gas means mole fraction of gas is equal to moles of gas upon moles of solvent. Right? It may be used. Right? Both are correct. Here, if moles of gas in comparison of moles of solvent is very less, then for the calculation easiness, you may neglect this moles of gas. So here the absorption coefficient is represented by alpha, and it is the maximum amount volume of gas. It is the maximum volume of gas in ml that can be dissolved in 1 ml of liquid at particular temperature. Means temperature cannot vary, right? So here it is, the maximum volume of gas in ml that can be dissolved in 1 ml of liquid at particular temperature, that is called the absorption coefficient, and it is represented by the alpha, and the formula will be alpha is equal to V0 upon V into P. It also we have discussed in the chapter states of matter, if you remember that. So if you go to study it in the deep, then you have to go through the states of matter chapter. So here V0 is the volume of gas. It is, you may say it is V gas. You may write V0 is equal to volume of gas. V is equal to volume of liquid and P is equal to the partial pressure of gas. Now next is the crystallization and saturated solutions. Now the saturated solution and crystallization, and before that the two main points are also there, that is the critical temperature is directly proportional to the solubility. Means the gas which have more value of critical temperature, that will be more soluble, right? So now the second point is polarity increases, then solubility increases. That means if the polarity of the gas increases, then the solubility will be increases. Means if you are going to differentiate between the two gases which is more soluble, then more polar gas will be more soluble, right? Now next is the crystallization. Crystallization. So crystallization is during dissolution, when we are going to dissolve the solute, then as solute increases in the solution, the solute particles collide with each other, right? And in doing so, some solute particles get separated out. This is the precipitate, the crystals formed because of the collision of the solute particles in the solution. This phenomena is called the crystallization, right? So during dissolution, some solid solute particles collide with solid solute particles in the solution and get precipitated out. This phenomenon is known as crystallization. Right? Now the next point is saturated solution. Saturated, the solution in which no more solute can be added or can be dissolved at the particular temperature. That solution is called the saturated solution. So here a solution in which no more solute can be dissolved or added at a particular temperature. Right? That solution is called the saturated solution. Concentration of saturated solution is called its solubility. Right? Actually, this saturated solution is the condition of dynamic equilibrium. At the point of saturation, the rate of forward reaction is equal to rate of backward reaction. That means the rate of dissolution is equal to rate of crystallization. The number of crystals dissolved is equal to number of crystals formed of the solute in the solution. That is the dynamic equilibrium going on, right? So at saturated point, when the solution gets saturated, no more solute can be added. The solute extra added is going to crystallize, and that means the rate of crystallization is equal to rate of dissolution. So that is the dynamic equilibrium. So at saturation point, that is the saturated solution, the rate of dissolution of solute is equal to rate of crystallization of solute, right? So that is the dynamic equilibrium, that is at saturation point dynamic equilibrium takes place. Right? Now next is some points about the solubility.